What's up, faithfuls? What's going on? Okay, today's a little different. Today I got my special guest with me. Good old Karl from ShantClubnfl. What's up, buddy? How you been, man?
Hello, mate. Yeah, it's good. Thank you. Thank you for letting me come on. It's very, very much appreciated. Things like this only the second podcast I've been on now of any for the San Francisco 49ers. So, yeah, great to be on.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much for coming on, man. Thank you. All right. So, first of all, just want to go through all my hogwash stuff. I always go through, guys, and then we'll get going here. First of all, I want to welcome everybody to the Always Faithful 24/7 podcast. All right. Get through that. Please excuse the noise in the background, my kids. So, it's all good. So, hey, man. Right now, I'm excited about my game yesterday, and I know you're excited about your game last night. So, man, since you're a special guest, go right ahead and do your thing about your Patriots. Go ahead, bud.
I'm not 100% sure what there is to talk about. We put 50 points on the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're not a very good team. It was just a case of taking care of business for us, I think. The running game was as excellent as always. Damian Harris did well. Ramondre Stevenson. Hello, Nick. Nice to see you too. So the running game was good. Mac Jones, solid game again. 22 of 30 for 223 yards and 3 touchdowns. Surprisingly enough, there was a healthy scratch on our inactive list, and that was obviously N'Keal Harry, which is about the equivalent as a geriatric giraffe. He didn't play, and in came our practice squad receiver, who we've had for like the last 2 years, Christian Wilkerson, and he absolutely balled. He done more in this game than what N'Keal Harry done in his entire career for New England. 2 touchdowns he got. He could have had a third if he hadn't dropped the 50-yard bomb that Mac Jones threw to him. Pat's defense was just as good as always. Didn't let anything up. They gave Trevor Lawrence an absolute horrible time. When they always play rookie quarterbacks, they always play a free safeties they always play. And it always confuses the quarterback with the coverages and that. And it just worked itself down to a T. Jacksonville, they had no chance. I mean, I feel sorry for Trevor Lawrence because he is an unbelievable talent. People said he's going to be the next John Elway. But unfortunately, he has got literally next to nothing to work with. Absolutely nothing. But we got our win, and thank you very much to the Las Vegas Raiders of all Las Vegas Raiders won, and also a big thank you as well to the Tennessee Titans, knocking off our rivals in the Miami Dolphins. And because of that situation, we now secure our wild card spot. The AFC East is still up for grabs, but we're sort of relying on the Buffalo Bills to beat the Jets. And that's a bit like asking Vanderbilt to beat Alabama. Not going to happen.
I got you, man. I got you. Hey, man, you had one whole game yesterday, though, man. Scoring the 50 points. Jeez. A 50 burger. A big shout out to Nick. What's up, Nick? How you doing, bud? Who let Karl in? I did, Nick. I did. Yeah, man. Well, Karl, man, thank you very much first of all, for coming on. Thank you. And Nick, I wish you would have came on here. That would have 2 of my UK guys on here. But it's all good. The hooded genius strokes again. Oh, God, Nick. You're killing me, man. Oh, man. So, yeah, there was so much to say about the Niners game. I tell you. Wow. Trey Lance was a little bit struggling like a rookie would. He was struggling in the beginning. He was. We get that. But then he started letting loose. You could even Nickel vouch on that one because you can still see the difference between the first half and the second half. You definitely tell the difference. And I tell you right now, Lance was getting it. And yes, I'm sorry, Nick. I'm going against him, but I do not want Jimmy G in there the rest of the year. I want Lance to play on Sunday against the Lambs. I do because he needs more reps. If he gets more reps, he's going to go further. Hate to say it, but it's going to happen. So, but I know you're a Jimmy lover. I know you love Jimmy. I do. I know you do. But it's okay. It's all right. But I mean, I shouldn't say the Jimmy lover, but you like Jimmy. So, but I get that you like him. I like anybody who helps us win. Put it that way. That's the way I am. So, Karl, I'm sure you figure out the same way. You're the same way. You love Matt Jones because Matt Jones would have came to us if if Kyle wanted him. But everybody was guessing it was going to be him, but it wasn't. No, it wasn't Mac. So we got Lance, and hopefully we win against the Lambs and we're in. I was hoping the Panthers would have helped us out, but of course they let us down.
They haven't got a quarterback that they can truly rely on, Carolina. So it was a no-go. But yeah, I think
I know that. I know that one. Yeah.
What let's take apart from the 49ers game, right? Okay. Yeah, Trey Lance did struggle a little bit in the first half. You could saw it was a lot of, there was a lot of unsure throws about him. He did scramble a lot of times. You can show why dual threat quarterbacks now in this day and age, they help the offense expand and take it to a different dimension. He did have an interception in the game, but he could have also had two more. One that was a tip pass, and the other one which went through the hands of the defender, and I think it was caught by Brandon Ayuk. I think caught the pass on that one. So there was a little bit of growing pains in this, but the second half, I think Kyle Shanahan just told him, calm down, go through your progressions, take what the defense is giving you, and if you do see an opportunity to take the shot, then take it, but make sure you are 100% confident on it. And Trey Lance in that game, in the second half, he threw for over 200 yards, really, really good. I think his passer rating was something like 145, I think, that is outstanding for any quarterback, let alone a rookie. And overall, I think when you complement the running game, because Elijah Mitchell, 21 carries for 119 yards, averaging 5.5 yards to carry, that's good. That's just a problem in itself. Deebo Samuel did his usual thing of playing the Swiss Army knife type of role now. He had 7 carries for 19 yards, but he did most of it with all the receiving was for 63 yards. But I think this was a game which I think putting Trey Lance in actually did help, because Houston, they are not a good team. They may have beaten the Chargers last week, but the Chargers keep slipping up over themselves every time they breathe. So it's a little hard to. All I'll say is this: a lot of people already clambering on Trey Lance of how he performed against the Houston Texans. It is only against the Houston Texans, okay? If you do that against the Rams this coming week, then I'll take some notice, because technically they're a playoff team and they're going to end up winning the NFC. Well, you'd like to think they could end up winning the NFC West. Arizona will still have something to say about that. But I think the 49ers, they played really well. Defensively, just literally making Davis Mills' life an absolute living hell. But there was a lot of pressuring, but barely. But not too much. I mean, I think 2.5 sacks on the day. Jordan Willis got a sack. Arden Key got a sack. Eric Armstead got a sack as well. And I think as well, they just played an all-round better game than the Texans did. So a real solid display. but they do need some help along the way. If I don't want to jinx or anything, I mean, knock on wood, but if the Niners lose to the Rams, it's going to be a case of, oh no, is this going to be a case of, is it missed mistakes? Is it bad quarterback play? Kyle Shanahan's decision making? What is it that's made this season go wrong or right at the end when you needed it the most?
Yeah, I got you, man. I got you on that one, man. I'll tell you right now, I was a little shaky, and okay, start off. I'm bouncing off. You're saying about the Houston about the last two games. Let me hold on 1 second. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. There you go. Bouncing off the last two games for Houston. Yes, they put 30 burgers on their teams. Us, we kept them to 7 points only. That says a lot about our defense right there. It does. No disrespect to Patriots defense, but that says a lot about our defense. It does. So, and then now to our game. I was watching NBN with them on Patreon, watching during the game when he threw it to Kittle and got intercepted. Lance didn't read the field right. I don't think he did.
No, he didn't.
Debo was wide open on the right side. All he had to do was throw a nice little laser to Debo. He had a wide open shot for his stride right into the touchdown zone. All he had to do was catch him on stride. Because when they showed that play back up on the video, and how Debo cut his route, he was wide open. He would have went all the way if he caught the ball. He would have burned the safety and the cornerback. He would have went all the way. So that was that one. The overthrow you just talked about, that Brandon your catch, that was amazing.
It was an amazing catch, but
yeah,
that defender should have had it. I mean, it actually gone right through the hands.
It went through the hands.
Yeah.
And that's the first thing I thought. Even Tony said the same thing. I thought that ball was intercepted.
Yeah.
I thought it was too. But
so a little bit of stroke of luck.
Yeah, good awareness. Good awareness by Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah,
good awareness by him by catching that ball the way he did. And he just put his feet in balance and he had it in his hand, so he was good. So, and of course, I'm going to cover up the Debo touchdown from Lance. I told my guys, my brothers on Always Faithful 24/7. I told them. First throw might be a bomb. You never know. But of course, it didn't happen. Whatever. But I should have said after that, I should have said there, watch it be one. Watch it, there will be one. And he did. He did that real route. He had plenty of time. He just had to work himself great. And as soon as he launched it, I got straight up at that. I got straight up on my bed and watched the play. Hit freaking Ayuk. I'm about to say Ayuk again. Debo drive. Yeah. The way he threw the ball though, he threw in the bubble part. The bubble part of the field where he knew that Debo was gonna be wide open to catch it. That is what you call, to me, that's what you call a great awareness of the field where he's throwing the ball at.
Yeah.
For him to come back to the ball, catch it, and go.
You also saw in that game as well that Trey Lance didn't throw a lot of balls in between the numbers. He was always throwing them on the outside. And I think that was what was one of Jimmy G's weaknesses.
There was a couple down the middle. You didn't see that, did you?
There was a couple of down the middle, but most of them are all outside of the numbers.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And when you're I can't say a static quarterback because Jimmy G's not static. He can actually move around, but you know what I mean. He always tries to throw in the middle of the numbers, and that's where most of the traffic is. Trey Lance avoided that at all costs by throwing it to the numbers. Now, it's going to be slightly different because that interception that could have been, that was to a quarter that I don't know the name of. But the Rams have got defensive pieces that will give Trey Lance some real questions to answer in that game. Von Miller and Aaron Donald are going to come after him. You know, Jalen Ramsey's one of the best ball hawk. Ramsey's one of the best ball hawk corners in the game. Trey Lance this was a good test for him, and he come through with flying colors. But next week's game, if he doesn't pull it off, it will start giving people question marks, thinking, was he ready to come in? Yes or no? If Jimmy G comes in and it goes horribly wrong, then Jimmy G's out and that's it, game over. You start Trey Lance for 2022. That's all she wrote. So I think at this moment in time, Lance has done well. I think move on to the next game. But those few plays in the first half, though, a better defense would have punished him.
Yeah, it's true. If Lance can find some way to open guys and somehow beat that secondary, I want him to be shaken. As the only thing that's bothering me right now, as I'm thinking about their defense. I know their defense is good, but I know he could be better than them. He has to think where he's throwing the ball. He has to keep an eye on the defenders and just watch the holes. Do checkdowns. If you have to do checkdowns, do checkdowns. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have no choice. If they stop the box, Trey Lance has outsides. All the outsides he wants. He has Ayuk, Debo working on them. He had Kittle. Kittle's a great blocker. He can help block and try to set something up for him to do a real route and hope he hits somebody in stride. That's what I'm hoping for.
Or just hand it off on a jet sweep to Samuel. Even Ayuk on that man because he stacked the box.
I saw that Kittle sweep too. That Kittle run. That Kittle run was amazing. I didn't think that Kittle was gonna run that ball. He ran that ball, do a jet sweep. I'm like, that's Kittle. Damn. He got about maybe 6 or 7 yards out of it though, but it wasn't bad. I mean, it could have been better, but I knew he don't have that speed to do it though.
No, I think but Kittle is still a specimen when he's got the ball in his hands. He's a great catcher, but after the catch, he is a different animal when he's running because he's basically Gronkowski in his beginning days where he was just literally impossible to bring down, absolutely impossible.
Yeah, I told my wife that Nick, you say hello to her, okay? I told you, you can hear her. That's what I said to her. He goes, "Oh, hello." So, yeah, man, my give or take on it is just he has to play smart. I know that defense is going to test him next week. I know it's going to be a test, but as long as we have our guys there, I know. To me, JJBJ. You guys, Jeff Rhodes Jr. He had a couple runs. But main horse was it? Of course, Mitchell. He was the main horse, and he did great, man. He did great yesterday. He did though. He did.
Elijah Mitchell right now.
Mitchell,
Mitchell. He's become the steal.
Mitchell? Did I say Mitchell?
I think you said Mitchell. Yeah.
Okay. Pretty sure I thought I said. I got you.
But he's basically, he's Elijah Mitchell to me has been the steal of the 6th round of last year's draft. I mean, I don't know if that's like his 5th or 6th game now where he's had over 100 yards rushing. I mean, the kid's outstanding. And not only that, you're going to get Raheem Mostert at the start of next season. Jeff Wilson Jr. you're going to get. You've still got Trey Sermon. You've got an abundance of running attack there. And then you add Trey Lance to it. It's just going to be run, a little bit of pass, run. And this is going to be one of those offenses where I can revert back to 2019 again, where it's just continuously running the ball down people's throats and say, if you can't stop us, we're just going to continue.
No, I know if you're done. I hit the click by accident. Sorry, man. I knew if you're done. I'm sorry.
That's cool.
No, I agree with that, Nick. I definitely give him B. I would have given him A if it wasn't for the interception. If it wasn't for the interception, it would have been A. Not A plus because he wasn't. He didn't break out like we all hoped he would. But I think that Kyle still has him on a leash for some reason. I think he does.
Rookie quarterbacks are going to be on a leash.
Yeah, I know.
The only 2 players really that haven't been on a leash has been Lawrence and Zach Wilson because you got to pretty much start as you go and that sort of thing. Fields came in earlier into the season, but that's only because Matt Nagy is just the most incompetent head coach I've ever seen in my entire life. And that's saying much because we have seen some real bad ones like Adam Gase and Bill O'Brien and etc. I just think that at the moment, I think Lance still has a long way to go yet. He still has a long way to go, but baby steps. And I think the Rams game will prove how good of a QB he can be going forward. Because the last thing he wants to do is have his confidence knocked the hell out of him in that game. And it's going to give everyone question marks in 2022 thinking, we've got to play this team twice next season. How the hell are we going to manage that? But Kyle Shanahan has his way with Sean McVay. So, every cloud and all.
Yeah, he did have happy feet in the first half. He did. He was scrambling so much. He wasn't relaxed. He wasn't. I could just tell by the way he was between the first and second half. That second half came along, he was relaxed. I tell you, man, he did great. Handing off the ball beautifully to Mitchell. Did a few good throws. But of course, I guess the interception happened in the first half. I think, pretty sure it did.
It did happen in the first half, yeah.
Yeah. So he relaxed at their interception, I think. That got to him. I told my brothers last night on the show last night. It really, I'm going to say PO'd, but it made me frustrated. When Lance threw their interception, went to the bench, Jimmy was nowhere to be found. That just made me frustrated over Jimmy.
Yeah, he wasn't on. I knew Jimmy Garoppolo was on the sideline.
Guess who was next to him? Guess who was next to him? Stuffield. Stuffield was right next to him. He was. I'm like, Jimmy, go over there, relax your back up. Tell him it's gonna be all good, man. It's all good, dude. It's all right. Just move on to the next one. He didn't do shit. He didn't say shit to him. He didn't come up to him at all.
Yeah, lack of sportsmanship there.
Yes.
Really, really, really lack of sportsmanship. I mean, when in pre-season, when Mac Jones did throw an interception, he looked a little bit down. Cam Newton actually went over to him, and that was only one of the bright sparks that Cam Newton had when he was with the Patriots. He was a very good leader. He was a very good leader of men. He respected his colleagues. He respected his players. And he did go over to Mac Jones and actually talk to him, and he must have said something in his ear and everything else. And he came back onto the field. And on that next drive, Mac Jones ended up scoring the touchdown to Christian Wilkerson. So when you're a rookie, you need all the help you can get, but mostly from the quarterback that you're going to end up replacing at some point. And yeah, that is, but I'd say that's bad sportsmanship from Jimmy Garoppolo. That's bad leadership, unfortunately, on his behalf. Go over to the kid. He's just for an interception. Give him time to digest it and go on. But he carried on, and in the second half, he blossomed. So,
and the brighter or big hair, big har. Pretty sure that's how you say it. I'm sorry if I mistake your name, man. I'm sorry. The big hair. What's up, man? How are you? Fine. I'm sure Karl's doing fine. His team won, my team won, so we're both happy. So we're good. Yeah. Hey, Karl and Nick, you give me an answer to this on this, all right? I want to ask you a question. It's not Niner or Patriot related. Okay, not that. Have you guys, since you're from UK, have you guys seen the old TV show, Are You Being Served?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, give me your answer, Nick. If you can, give me your answer, Nick. Yes or no? Yeah, Karl's seen it. My wife watches it every time. She loves watching it. He's like laughing.
It's not the best comedy show during that period, but it's good.
Yeah. Okay. Big hair. I can't. I don't want to mess up your. I'm just gonna call you the big. Okay. I don't know if it's Har or what. So I don't want to mistake your name by accident. So, no, it's okay. It's the big HAR whatever your name. I know it's your name, but I just don't want to say it wrong. So, big Har. My name is Harley. Oh, that explains it. There you go. Big Har. I'll call you Big Har. Here you go. Big Harley. So the big Har like a car is right. Haha. I'm glad the Niners won. Yes, I am too, as far as my brothers. Thank you so much for a comment, bud. Or girl. I don't know if you're a boy or girl. I can't tell. Sorry if I mistake your gender. Sorry. And I don't know what that means, but Nick, I'm
Yeah.
free. Laugh out
No,
loud.
no, it's not. It's not what you think. I know what he means.
Okay. I'm glad you know what he means then. I know. I'm glad. I'm very glad you know what he means. Captain Peacock. Captain Peacock?
He's the floor walker.
My wife's right here too. She's typing in. Oh, wait a minute. I must have missed it. Sorry. I love Are You Being Served? Now we're turning to our family show. And Nick said it's a classic. Yeah, she watches it every time I go to work. When I come back home from work, it's always on TV. You're all good. You just gained a follow. Thank you. My brothers would appreciate that too. To my brothers, by the way, Lawrence, Mark, and Jizzle, and my man Troy, our boy Troy, that's in the hospital. He's doing good, by the way. He's doing good. And he is flown right now. He's in the hospital because of his lungs. So, not Carl. I can't miss my names. Troy, hey, bud, don't worry. We're waiting for you. Don't worry. Your seat's still open. Ain't going to be nobody taking it. So, it's all good. So, I watch it every week, my wife. And you're very welcome. Thank you. My brothers, from me and my brothers, thank you. All right, Karl. Sorry about that for taking you off there, man. I'm sorry, dude.
That's cool. That's no problem.
So, yeah, I mean, the game was big, and I was hoping we would have clinched, but damn Panthers. But pray God we win next week against Lambs. If we win next week, we got that lead. I'm happy. Then we're all Niner fans are happy. You guys are clinched already, right? You guys clinched.
Yeah,
right?
we've got our play. Yeah, we have our playoff berth.
Who you guys going in the first round? Do you know the first round? Do you know who you guys going against or no?
The first round bye goes to Tennessee at this moment in time because Tennessee beat the Dolphins and the Chiefs lose to Cincinnati. So, yeah, but as a current state of play, if the playoffs were to start now, we'd be going on the road to the Bills.
Oh, to the Bills you'd be going against. Good old Bills. Oh boy, that'd be a tough matchup for you guys. It would.
Yeah. I think if there's one team I wouldn't want to go against, it probably is against the Bills because they beat us pretty handsomely in 2016. So, but we're playing with house money. A rookie quarterback has took us to the playoffs. So you know what? You can't complain. Can't complain.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you, man. I know if we hit the 6th seed, if we stay in 6th seed next week, I think it's either
you play the Bucks or the Rams.
I'm about to say Bucks or the Rams, right? Yeah.
Bucks or the Rams. If it stands as it is, you would play the Buccaneers.
Yeah. And Philadelphia will be going against the Bucks or whoever. Yeah, if they make it to the 7th seed, if they make it or not.
Whoever makes it will play the Rams.
Yeah.
But that all depends because if you knock off the Rams,
there you go. I think it's for you. I think it's for you.
The Bucks, right? The Bucks are playing the Falcons. I think the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I think.
The Bucks play the Panthers. So I think the Bucks play the Panthers.
Yeah.
So if the Bucks win and you beat the Rams, I think that's reversed. Tampa Bay go at 2, and then the Rams drop to 3. It's just a case then of.
You're going to do this without the standings in front of you.
I'm just doing it off my head. I just
I know. I can see that. I need the standings from me. I can't do that, man. I need the standings right in front of me. I can't remember all the teams or what places they're in. I can't do that. I'm too old for that.
Yeah, the 2 wildcard teams that clinched their berth in the NFC is the Cardinals and the Eagles, which we predicted on the ShantClubnfl, I think 2 weeks ago, when I asked the question of which other wildcard team do you think may sneak into the playoffs, and pretty much everyone simultaneously said the Philadelphia Eagles. So
I got you, man. I got you. Yeah, I mean, I think that was to you or me. Told you Tua's action is funky. That must be you because we're not found. I'm not found at AFC teams. You guys are. So
I am not going to go into this. Okay, he's a left hand.
Yeah, man. Hey, go ahead, go talk whatever you want to talk about, man. Go do it.
He's a left. Tua Tagovailoa is a left-handed quarterback. Okay, you don't see many of them around. Okay, his action is funky. I mean, I don't know. I think the Dolphins just had a bad day overall. Tua was terrible. Defense was terrible. Not a lot I can say. Not a lot I can say, really.
Hey, man, you say whatever you want to say about the AFC. We don't remember nothing AFC till hopefully we hit the Super Bowl. That's when we talk about the AFC.
Well, I don't see us going to Super Bowl because I don't think we've got the team to do it. I think we've still got pieces that we still need to do better in. I think it's the way it's stands right now. Cincinnati have become a team all of a sudden over the last 3 weeks. They've just caught fire at the right time. And that's dangerous. Joe Burrow has thrown for over 900 yards in his last 2 games. That is ridiculous. I mean, Jamar Chase put up 246 and 3 touchdowns against the Chiefs. This Chiefs defense, it was meant to be so stout and so good, got absolutely burned. And here's the thing with the Chiefs need to be very, very careful of. The final wild card at the current state of play is the Ravens are still in it, the Steelers are still in it, and the Chargers and the Raiders are still into it. Now, if the Steelers lose to the Browns tonight, which I don't think they will, but if they do, I personally think that's them game over. Because if the Raiders or the Chargers... If the Raiders win, they'll take the final wildcard spot, which the Chiefs will love because the Chiefs have just dismantled the Raiders all season long. So, thank you, Nick. Much appreciated there. I think we'll win, possibly may win one game. If against the Bills, I don't think we will. But if the Chargers win, they've played the Chiefs twice already, and they've now got... And they know how to play the Chiefs. That's a game I really wouldn't want the Chiefs to play against the Chargers. I think that could be an upset alert. And also as well, Indianapolis as well. They stumbled against the Raiders, but they are still a very good team in their running game. Probably got the best O-line in the NFL. And they've got an amazing running back in Jonathan Taylor. I mean, are the Chiefs going to be able to try and stop that? I find that very, very hard to please. The AFC is wide open now. I think Tennessee now could be the team that could possibly go to Super Bowl. You know, Derrick Henry returns in 2 weeks' time, although his 3-week window starts on Wednesday, I believe. The Ravens are out the playoffs. So the Ravens are dead. The Death Birds are dead. So, no. I think even if Lamar Jackson played, the only thing Ravens could do is give Mike Tomlin his first ever losing record. That's if the Steelers lose tonight. But no, this AFC is just simply, it's just wide open. I think the Bengals can go far. The Bills, they've got a team built to beat Kansas City. So I think they are plausible.
Yeah, I was looking at. Now I'm looking at the stats. Now I'm looking at it, dude. The AFC is wide open for them. Like you were talking about, it is wide open for them wild cards. Colts are in 6th, Chargers are in 7th, and the Raiders, the Faders, are in 8th. I can't believe that Pittsburgh's still in it. I thought they'd be done by now.
That tie is the thorn in the backside of both them and everybody else, because that tie could come as either a blessing or an absolute nightmare for them.
So the Colts would definitely have to win next week. They lose, they're done. So it's up
Yeah,
to.
but they play Jacksonville, so you could probably run
Oh
that
yeah,
as a
yeah.
W.
Well, no,
So you could
they
run
played
that
them
as a
last
W.
week. Didn't they? Last week they played them.
Yeah, they play them again
Yeah.
because
Yeah. Are they played again?
Yeah, they played the Jags because Tennessee, because I think the Tennessee play the Texans, I think. So,
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, my bad. Okay, my bad. Okay, my bad. Okay.
So I think the Colts are in there. So yeah, I think it's down to the final wild card spot. I actually think it will be between the Chargers and the Raiders. And for the Chiefs' sake, I actually think that they actually want the Raiders in there. If the Chargers go in there, they've already beaten them at Arrowhead this season already.
Yeah. So if if the Colts win next week against Jaguars, they're in. And
they're in regardless.
Regardless, they're in. Who's the other team? Oh yeah, Chargers and Raiders. They're going to get against each other. So whoever wins that game gets the 7th spot. Then
basically, yeah.
Yep.
I think the Chargers will get it done. I think they've just got a little bit too much, and I think Justin Herbert is a better quarterback than Derek Carr is.
I'm going for Chargers because I don't want faders in there because the guy I work with, he's a Raiders fan. So go Chargers! I don't know if you saw this show right now, like, F you, Ryan. So, yeah, man, I can't believe, man, it come down to us. Come down to us and Saints. And somehow the Eagles got the friggin' I guess they're in the playoffs there. They're in the playoffs, Eagles are.
Yeah, I think the Saints, they've got a better defense than the Falcons, but I think the Falcons have just got a little bit more firepower to them. Kyle Pitts, he's just gone over 1,000 yards receiving of the season in his rookie season, which is an outstanding achievement. I mean, yeah, you are going to need the Falcons to beat the Saints if you're going to have any chance. I mean, as I said, you could still lose to the Rams, but if the Falcons win, then it's just meaningless. Then you'll still go through, but you'll probably end up playing as the 7th seed rather than the 6th seed, which will be against the Rams again.
Well, I guess if we win next week, even we lose, I guess me and Nick are going to be Matt Ryan fans of that game. Matt Ryan.
Yeah,
I like Matt Ryan. You like Matt Ryan. I do like him. But I mean, it's at the Falcons, so it's going to be tough. I guess it's going to be tough. There you go, Nick. Cowboys got exposed. Yeah, cards. I know.
Kyle Ryan played really, really well in that game.
I don't know what I mean. Sorry, Venture Cox. Sorry, I don't know what I mean.
But
the Raiders. No, the Faders with the F. As that Jizzle does it too in our show. So,
no, I think I'm still scratching my head over Mike McCarthy's time clock management. It's just shocking, absolutely shocking. Mike Tomlin is a walking cliche who can't manage a game clock, but I think Mike McCarthy is even worse. I mean, so many decisions that he made in that game were just like, well, what are you doing? It's just absolutely and utterly bizarre. But the Cowboys have won the NFC East anyway, so it makes no difference to them. And the problem is, though, Cardinals have now beaten the Cowboys already. If the playoffs were to stay as it is, Cardinals will stay in, play in Dallas. So there's already the psyche already been done there. The Cowboys to me have got such a talented team, but I said from the very start that one thing that's going to derail them is their coach. Not their quarterback, but their coach. Their coach is a walking double bubble, and he can't. He just can't.
You're amazing how you and Nick come up with names. You guys are amazing. Oh man, but yeah, Falcons won't beat the Ants. I hope they do, Nick. I hope they do. You know, you never know. Falcons
may beat.
But I just want to beat the Lambs. That way I know we're in, we're good, And then we're out who we're going against next in the wild card. Lowest ever rushing yards for Elliott. Wow.
Yeah, when the Cowboys don't rush for over 100 yards, they lose the game.
You think he's actually descending himself?
I think he's just constantly injured all the time. All the injuries he's sustained, I think he's just running backs. As soon as they carry the ball, they've got that big burst of energy that gets him in stride at the first chance. Ezekiel Elliott is just lumbering every time he handles the ball. He's lost his explosiveness. And I think at some point down the line, that's what's going to happen to Saquon Barkley as well, because the amount of injuries he's sustained as well, he's sort of losing his explosiveness as well. Mind you, you play for the Giants. I mean, everyone's losing the will to live over there. So it's it's just head scratching. Tony Pollard right now is playing better than Ezekiel Elliott is. And I would roll with Tony Pollard for a little bit just to see what he can do. But as I said, the Cowboys, they may win one playoff game, maybe, but I don't see him going to the NFC Championship. I don't.
I'm not, and Niner fans, if you're watching this, Nick, if you're watching this, I'm not scared of Lambs. I'm not scared of them one bit. I'm not. If our pass rush can play like we did last night, even though it was Houston and they were putting in 30 burgers the last 2 games, I don't care about that. I think that our defense is going to rumble, even though we're going to be at Lambs. But I got a feeling that we're going to have a lot of fans in that stadium. We're going to try to flood that place out because they know what it means. That game means. I mean, this was a definitely meaning game last night, but this one's going to be more meaningless game because we win this, we're in. So even though it's the last game, I knew for a fact when we were coming back in the standings as we were winning, I had a feeling. My gut feeling was telling me last game is going to decide our playoff hopes. I had a feeling it's going to happen for some reason because we were climbing up as we were winning, and we were out of playoffs over a month ago, guys. We were under 500. We weren't going anywhere. We were done. Something just happened. I don't know if it was the speech from inside the locker room. It was a closed locker room, all team meeting, and whatever was talked about in that locker room really changed everything. That's what I loved about it, and everything started changing. I love it. I do. So, Mostert won't be back next season. It's Mitchell's show now. Hey, you could be right. You could be right though, but you never know. I think they might give him a small 1-year contract. That's the only thing I'm thinking of. That's
you say Mostert is a free agent in 22.
I think he's going to get a contract for at least 1 year. When does his contract run out again? Say it again. Do you say when his contract runs out?
No, I said does his contract run out in 2022?
Yeah. It runs out this year. Yeah, it runs out this year. Yeah. So basically, I think they're going to give him a contract for 1 year, but basic, if he doesn't, him and his agent don't agree with it, I think he's going to be gone. His agent, him, got to agree with it. That's the first thing. If he agrees with it, he loves his team, he wants to stay on it. I know he's injury prone because everybody's saying he's injury prone now. But if he is, hey, it's what happens, That's the reason why my guys were even telling me last night, and I was listening to them. That's the reason why we went out and got a couple running backs this past draft. I had a feeling that's the reason why we did that. Because everybody thought, Moses is probably done. He's gone. So, what's this one? Here we go. Breida wasn't kept. Yeah, that's true. Breida went to, did he go to Miami?
No, he went to Buffalo, I think.
He went to Miami after us, though.
He went to Miami first, and then he went to Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo, yeah. Damn. It's unbelievable about Breida, though. He was doing good stuff for us, and then all of a sudden just let him go. I was surprised about that one. I was. But I think it was either injuries or it was the cap that we were messing around with. And that's when we got rid of him. So, I mean, you never can tell what happens. I don't know how long you want to do more, but I guess I got... How long you want to do more? I'm going to ask you. You're my special guest, so. It's on you, Karl. Floor is yours for a second. Maybe you let me know how long you got more.
Now, I think Breeder going to the Bills was the right move. They barely had a running game at all. Singletary and Zach Moss, that's really all they've got. But Breeder hasn't really done much in Buffalo either, so it's a little bit of a lost cause, frankly. But yeah, going back to the Niners in the running game, I think Elijah Mitchell, pretty much the way he's come in, he's sewn up the number one spot already for us for 2022. Trey Sermon still needs to show what he's capable of, so you're going to see that in training camp and in preseason as well this coming year as well. So I think the running game is bright for the 49ers, but you go through so many of them. I mean, you have one of the top 5 offensive lines in the NFL, but for some reason you are one of the worst at trying to hold on to your running backs without getting injured. It's just, I don't know. It's just a very, very heavy running game that Kyle Shanahan operates. But when you've got fully fit help, I don't know what he's basically meaning there. But no, as I was saying, I think the running game will still get better as the years progress. And with Trey Lance in there, it's going to make life a lot easier as well. What's your reaction, Ryan, with regarding to Antonio Brown and the incident that he put up against against the Jets? Because I've heard a lot of stories come out today saying that it was incentives that he was trying to get. I think it was something like he was like 8 catches or 8 something yards away from getting his $300,000 bonus or whatever the hell it was. A lot of people said that he said that he didn't feel comfortable playing on the injured ankle. Bruce Arians told him to, well, in the politest of terms, fuck off. Excuse my language. And Tom Brady comes down to press conference, puts the blinders on, and just says it. No, Antonio Brown just needs all the help that he can get. So I personally don't think this is not just a one. This is not a one-off incident. How many times have we seen this happen? This started long before he had. Go back to 2015 in the wild card when the Steelers played the Cincinnati Bengals. Remember the hit that Vontaze Burfict hit on Antonio Brown in the fourth quarter? People turn around and say, oh, because of that hit, he's now gone all doolally and that sort of thing. No, it wasn't. He was like this in 2012 when he first arrived in the Steelers organization. No, Nick, you do not want him, and you do not want him for the 49ers. No. That's a straight up. Personally, I think he's burned so many bridges now in the NFL. He's burned with Pittsburgh. He's burned it with the Raiders. He burned it on us for one flipping week. And then he goes to the Buccaneers, goes to the Super Bowl with Tom Brady, and now we're back to all this shit again.
Real quick, Nick, I never wanted AB. I don't care. I don't care what kind of records you set before. I never wanted them. So for Tom Brady to bring him over into that place, I guess I don't know if that takes a bad thing to his name, into Tom Brady's name, or it just gives him some kind of doubts of him recruiting somebody now.
I personally don't think AB will play another snap of football again.
No, I don't think he's going to play a snap for anybody again, like you said. Yeah, I agree with that.
Too many teams he's burnt bridges on. He's pissed off the NFL brass completely. And I think not only does that lose him a chance of maybe going back to another Super Bowl again, playing another down in the NFL again, I actually think it really ruins his chances now of making the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, man, I never wanted him. And I know he's a drama queen. He really wants. I mean, I get that he wants the ball, or I don't know what he was doing that for in the first place. When I saw that video and him taking his shirt off and everything, I was like, "What the hell's going on here? What the hell is he doing?" And then he's running across the touchdown zone, end zone, and doing peace signs or whatever. And I'm like, "Uh-oh!" And then Bruce Arians said it at his press conference that he's done. He's gone. I'm like, whoa. Then I said, well, AB is now a free agent. So, and no, Nick, I never wanted him. I didn't. I know all 49 fans wanted him. I never wanted him. I'm sorry. I think we're fine with Debo and Ayuk because we don't want we. I hate to say I know I'm probably gonna hope when it don't do anything to my followers or our followers. I didn't want BJ either. OBJ. I never wanted him. I didn't want him. I really didn't. I mean, I knew he's doing good now in Lambs, whatever you call him. But I knew he probably wanted too much from us. And I knew we couldn't afford him anyway. So no way he was gonna go to us. So yeah, Karl. Yeah, bud.
No, Antonio Brown is a cancer, and I think anyone that takes him in their game, it was just poor. It was just poor. The guy is an absolute unbelievable talent. One of the most talented receivers we've ever seen. Talented receiver, works harder than anybody on the field when it comes to the receiver position. But his mental state, his psychology, it's not there. It's simply not there. Look, I wish Antonio Brown all the best. I hope he gets the help that he needs. But I'm afraid the dude's done. At least he won a Super Bowl. That's all you can say. At least he won a Super Bowl.
What team did he win the Super Bowl with? Patriots, right? Was it Patriots? Bucks. Last year's.
Steelers fans were salty as hell that Super Bowl because you had Antonio Brown playing for the Bucks, you had Le'Veon Bell playing for the Chiefs. They couldn't neither. Only Pittsburgh lost that game.
Sorry about that, man. Yeah, I was going over that Slapshot movie. My wife, I asked her, "Did you ever see Slapshot movie?" I think I did see it. I just don't remember it for some reason.
I've seen it, but I've forgotten.
AB did a strip show like. Oh, Nick, you killing me, man. You killing me, dude. Oh man, I love you, Nick. Love you, Karl. Thank you for so much, man. I knew you gotta go in a few minutes. I know I got the text and all. It's all good. It's all good, man. But besides the AB thing, oh my goodness, I tell you. You loved your game. I loved my game. And we both won. Both happy. That's great. You guys are in playoffs. We're still hunting for it. I hope you beat the freaking Lambs. I don't want to, like all my guys were saying, we don't want to count on another team helping us. I agree with that. But sometimes it's got to work out like that. Sometimes you got to go for that no matter what.
Yeah.
So you can go forward. You know?
Yeah. To slay an enemy, you have to sleep with one.
Man, you come up with those words, don't you? Oh man, but yeah, I mean, gotta win against Lambs, and we're in. I don't want to care about the Saints. You know, if the Saints against the freaking Falcons, I don't want to worry about the Falcons winning. I want us to win our game that we're in, and then we're playing next week after. And of course, it's gonna come down that night, and they're trying to flex. I heard it from one of my brothers from our show, Mark. He said they're trying to flex our game from Sunday to Saturday. That way, it would be a primetime game.
That won't happen. The games have already been decided to who gets flexed out, and that is the first game is Kansas City at Denver, which is the early kickoff, and I also think it's I think it's the Eagles at the Cowboys as well. So that's Saturday games, and obviously the flex game on Sunday night is Chargers at the Raiders, because obviously that's the final wild card implication for the AFC. So no, the Niners I think will stay on the 425 slot on Sunday.
Yeah, my guy. Yeah, well, I know that's what Mark said last night. I just want to bring that up real quick because I know it's about the game, and they're trying to do that, and that's cool. But if they can't, oh well. I'll be ready for 425 on Sunday. It's all good. ShantClubnfl is back Saturday as usual. Let's fucking go. That's right. And I'll be there, Nick. Hopefully not on phone this time. Hope the guy's not on the phone, but I might have to be on the phone. I might have to. I don't know. Don't know. No, but you are. There you go. Lone Wolf. What does that mean, Lone Wolf? Do you know what he's talking about that or no?
It's when we do our picks and when
I know,
chooses
but I
one
don't know
team.
why is he bringing it up though? I don't understand why he's bringing it up though.
I don't
Why you
know.
bringing it up, Nick? Why you bringing it up for? Wait, when we do the howl, is that what you want me to do? I don't want to do the howl. We're not picking games. I want to do pick games on at least Friday show. So but I know you have 5 minutes left. But if you want to do, we'll cut it short now. It's all good. And I just want to thank you, Nick, for all your comments. But thank you so much. Thank you, Baby K, for coming on for comments. There you go. And just want to let you guys know that we hopefully will be on tonight. Me and Always Faithful 24/7 crew, my brothers, will be on tonight, hopefully. And it's going to be an early one tonight. It's going to be 8 o'clock. So hopefully that's 8 p.m. Eastern, my time in Marks. And I get this right, 5 p.m. for Lawrence and Jizzle. 5 p.m. That's Pacific, just so you guys know. So, and of course, Nick has a few words. Great show, guys. Thank you very much, Nick, for coming on here, bud. Thank you. And I'm out. No, I'm talking about Nick because he was doing comments. So, thanks a lot, Nick, for your comments, bud. I'll see you later on, bud. Okay, love you, man. And as always, thank you, Karl. Thank you so much, man. And let me do my thing like I always do. If I can find it. Hopefully I can find it real quick for you guys. Sorry. God, I'm messing myself up here. God, where are you? I got so much stuff here on your phone. I'm trying to go through it. Sorry, man. Sorry. Where is it? There you go. Thank you very much for watching the Always Faithful 24/7 podcast. Me and my special guest, Karl from ShantClubnfl. You can follow him where you see him right now. Karl at TFIBUK20. Let me make sure I read it right. So, all right, Karl. Thank you so much, man, for coming on. And I'll see you next Saturday. All right, man?
Thank you very much for letting me come on, mate. Much appreciated. See you soon.
No problem, man. Later, man. Later.